Greetings and salutations. Welcome to LoveCast 76. We just hit go, so there's this inevitable pause I've been seeing from folks that get booted out for the first couple of seconds of the show due to commercials. Yeah, good on you, YouTube. Whoever said commercialism never screwed up anything. Let's see who's here in the chat. First and foremost, Kelsey Blaine Gibson, Joanne King, my mom, Pam. I see a bunch more folks are waiting than have yet chimed in. Let me know. Anna. Anna must have the data package. She's on a cruise right now. Amanda Benjamin, Karen Oliver, Michelle Vanderpool. By the way, can you hear me? That's a important question. Can everybody except Anna hear me? Anna says, I can't hear you from the cruise, but I can watch. Hey, David Benjamin. Ed and Susie Marsh are here. Ed, I saw that I got a voicemail from you. I haven't heard it yet. But glad to see you here. Okay, hearing you just fine. Kelsey says I can hear. Okay, good to know. Awesome. I'm all drenched in reverb and whiskey. Actually, I just started both of these things. Cool. Thanks, Ed. Sound marvelous. Wonderful. I hear myself a little better here. All right. Well, Anna, say hello to your daughters for me, and all the Vaudacity crew that is with you and not in front of screens watching right now. You are all very well missed. Cheers, Karen. This is Bullet Rye, and in a glass that was given to me by Miss Julie Emery, who is, I think, also on that same cruise. Man, it is hard to make out what that glass actually says, but it's cute. Hello, Carol DeWald. Lovely to see you. Anna, all 35 of us say hi. There are 35. I thought there were like 5 or 10 with you there. That is marvelous. All right. Well, as you can see, I'm set up on this side to begin with this evening. I think I'm going to start us off with the televised accompanist, Danielle. Hey, from New York City. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, everybody say hi, Danielle. David, you wired a thermostat to a furnace. Well, given the computers that you build, I would think that would be simple in comparison. Don't believe I have done that. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I had, I'd remember. So I'm going to claim I've never done that. So, Danny. Oh, yeah. I didn't know you as Danielle. That's cute. Lovely to see you again, Ms. Danny. Thank you for joining us. A good reminder from Ed Marsh. So there are 3 things down there to click at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you click the thumbs up. Make sure you click the little save button. It'll ask you if you want to save this to a watch later. Regardless if you ever go back to that file, it does help the algorithm on YouTube. And the third, of course, click share. It's appreciated. It gets the stuff out there. It brings more of your friends to our chat. Formal names only on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. It's really just you can customize what your login is. I think you got to change your like whole channel to reflect it, but you can do it in any case. So, formal names notwithstanding, thought I'd start off tonight with a song from the band. This is called The Wait.
Feeling about 8:30. Just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? Just grinned and shook my head. No one's all to say. Take a load, old friend, hey. Take a load for free. Take a load on Fanny. Hey, you put the load right on me. Picked up my bag, I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend can't stick around. Hey, take a load, old Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load home, Fanny. Hey, you put the load right on me. Moses, there ain't nothing that you can't say. It's just old Luke, and Luke's waiting for the judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, wanna buy young Italy. Said that if ever son, won't you stay and keep Annie company? Yeah, take a load, old Fanny. Take a load for free. Yeah, take a load on Fanny. Hey, you put the load right on me. Chest followed me, and he called me in the fall. Said, I will fix you right if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. Said, that's okay, boy, won't you feed him when you can? Hey, take a load, old Fanny. Take a load free. Take a load on Fanny. Hey, you put the load right on me. Fanny. Take a load for free. Yeah. Take a load on Fanny. Hey, you put the load right on me.
Yeah. Hello, Katie Kaiser. Hope you had a great birthday. From your Instagram feed, it looked like you had a magical rainy birthday. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Tilt, tilt, tilt. Yeah. And thump. Why, thank you very much, Miss Karen. Yeah, Katie, I had a lovely birthday. I did. I'm happy to say. It was very low key. But yeah, it was not. It was very low key, very private, and not much ado about anything, but extremely pleasant. I hope you can understand my words despite my messing around with the mic stand, adjusting the mic stand while I'm talking here. Yeah. So, I felt loved and celebrated. Cannot complain. Good criteria for celebrating one's birthday. Yeah. And we had a wonderful LoveCast. There were it was yeah, it was a good turnout, and people on the porch adjacent having sex in an audible sort of way. It was fun. What can you say, right? Okay, one more little camera tweak, and then off we go. Cool. Gonna call that fine, sufficient, and happy. Yeah, Paul, we're back in Big Bear. I think the next handful of LoveCasts, probably like the maybe the next like 6 or so LoveCasts are I expect are all going to be back up here in Big Bear. Katie, maybe that is the case, but if that is the case, I don't expect those folks to ever tell me about it. I don't know who they were, so it works out. Yeah, Suzanne. Well, I'm going to be going back and forth between Big Bear and LA for the next at least month, probably 6 weeks. But I'm actually getting like a regular schedule. That's a little disorienting for me to say. I'm looking at spending my weekends in LA and my weeks here at the cabin, kind of renovating both of those places alternatingly. Yes. Alrighty. What am I playing first here? No guitar. think I want to switch over to, yeah. I'll play this one first. Hey, Matt King. Hola from the Atlantic Ocean. Jeremy, hi from international waters. Commandeering a vessel. Yeah, it doesn't make you pirates until you talk about it on the internet. So, you know. Hey, will one or all of you tell Christina hello and she's beautiful for me? And I think I'll move on to... Yeah, I'm just going to start with this song. Thank you, Katie. I met somebody that's there with her in person. But that's extremely sweet. Oh, good. Thank you, Matt. Excellent. All right. This is a song. I have to turn up the fire a little. I'm kind of chilly. So this is a song, I think this is from the 90s. I'm not sure a date on this one. It's by a group called the Bodines. And yeah, I like this song a lot. This is called Naked.
Baby, ask me anything that you want. Now look you in the eye now. There can be no surprises if we mean what we say. I've been around the block and I've done some things I ain't so very proud of. Darling, help me leave this cloud of lonely behind. Naked, I'll stay naked. You stay naked with me. I'll stay naked with you. 'Cause in the morning when I look at the mirror, I look twice at what I'm seeing. If these eyes are really me, Lord have mercy on my soul. I'm walking forward, but I'm walking alone, and I need some understanding. Yeah, we all need understanding. I just want you to know. Naked, I'll stand here naked. If you stay here naked with me, I'll stay here naked with you. Oh, naked, I'll stand here naked. You stay here naked with me. I'll stay here naked with you. My hands are shaking as I reach for the touch, and all I wanna do is hold you, and I wanna lose control. You are so easy to crave. The time has come for us to let on down. There can be no more denying.
Mickey Mooney's here with us. Hi, Mickey. Let's see. Glancing back into the chat, there's an interesting song. There's an interesting question. The interesting question comes from Amanda Benjamin. Do you have a favorite song and/or band? So it's the question is probably like asking a director their favorite movie or filmmaker is, or a painter, for that matter, who their favorite artist or what their favorite painting is. I mean, the short answer is it really depends on my mood and favorite in what context. Despite how political that answer may have seemed, I will never be a politician. I mean, my short answer go-tos are all going to be classic rock and blues. I don't know if you can really compare like Robert Johnson against, say, Led Zeppelin. But we wouldn't have a Led Zeppelin if it wasn't for Robert Johnson. I'm not really sure who I come out on top as, like, who I want to listen to more of. I'll say just for, I mean, listening to different music for different purposes is really kind of key to that. Like, I'm not going to lift weights while listening to Mazzy Star normally. I might lift weights while listening to Tool. But, you know, in terms of, that's not even like the all-encompassing in the fitness space, because one of my favorite things might sometimes be to have an edible or smoke a joint and then go for a 25-mile bike ride. If that's the case, I am listening to Mazzy Star and not Tool. Especially if it's at nighttime. Say, along the beach under a full moon. Excellent question, Katie. Thoughts on Greta Van Fleet? Supposedly they're the new Led Zeppelin. See, yeah. The weird thing about Greta Van Fleet is they were the new Zeppelin like 7 years ago. But when you ask them in interviews who their influences are, they don't look straight into the camera and say it's obviously Led Zeppelin. It's this weird kind of denial where it's like, guys, claim it. You do Zeppelin sounding stuff extremely well. I mean, that was not just coincidence. That was not just like what the gods happened to vest upon them on random chance, how they end up sounding. That was cultivated. The same way that Led Zeppelin cultivated their sound amongst listening to like really classic American blues. Greta Van Fleet said in an interview, as I recall, that their bigger influence is more like Aerosmith. Which is, I'm not knocking Aerosmith. Don't get me wrong. Don't mishear this editorialization. I just don't hear any Aerosmith when I listen to Greta Van Fleet. And I do hear Zeppelin as anybody would, especially with that singer. I mean, that was just like, you guys put a lot of hours in developing that skill set. Claim it. That's what I would say to Greta Van Fleet. So, David, favorite classical, say like Romantic or Baroque? That kind of parallels my answer to Amanda. If I'm feeling formal and intellectual, I'm going for Baroque. If I'm feeling broad and emotional, then I'm going for a romantic period. Composer or piece, I don't have a typical go-to, but I've been listening to a lot of Eric Satie lately. Yeah, Katie, I completely agree. It's like it's extremely clear what they are emulating. The only shame that could possibly be inferred is pretending like they're not emulating something for some reason. I don't know what PR person said to do that, but and no shame on any of them. They're doing well. They sound good. Cheers to Greta. Yeah. Fun. Okay, so Danny, I don't quite understand the question. Fun question. If you were teaching kids Vakun blues, or were you quintessential blues? Oh, okay, quintessential blues. It depends on how modern or how past tense you're going. The modern easy broad strokes would be like Joe Bonamassa. In fact, the one criticism that I would even entertain with Joe Bonamassa is that he does everything that's been done with blues so quintessentially well that he doesn't really bring anything new to the field, which is totally fine. Bonamassa, kind of encapsulates a lot of very classic blues. He retains a lot of the charm and appeal and soul of blues. But in this regurgitative sounds terribly negative. That's not what I'm getting at. In this recapitulating sort of way, I'll say that about Bonamassa. But the guy is busy, active, and passionate about what he does. On Instagram, he's like posting pictures of his favorite guitars around his house and things like that. It's just what the guy does. But quintessential blues, I'd say the Three Kings. B.B. King being the most obvious. But yeah, you can't go wrong with the Three Kings. I've got no qualms with Clapton. A lot of people would include him in the same category, but I'd say before this particular era, Stevie Ray Vaughan and ZZ Top were really keeping the blues alive, say through the 80s. And then you want to go back to really classic blues. It's going to sound like stuff like this. I'll play one now. So one of the great granddaddies of blues from the 1930s was a guy who played in open tunings. A lot of those guys did. If you're following along, this tuning that I'm about to play is in. You can consider this to be an open D minor, so that means if you just strum all 6 strings without touching any frets with your left hand, it comes out to D-A-D, F-A-D. This particular guitar is down a half step from that, so this is actually open D flat minor. But this is a Skip James song I'm about to play for you from the 30s. This is called Hard Time Killing Floor Blues.
Sometimes even everywhere you go, times is harder than they've been before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people are drifting from door to door. Can't find no heaven, I don't care where they go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Say you got money, way better be sure. These hard times drive you from door to door. Mm-hmm. If I ever get off this old killing floor, Lord, I'll never get down this low no more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, Paul, that might have been the thing I played for the first campfire, Paulie's Picnic. I don't remember exactly, but that would have been appropriate. Thank you. I've got an immediate association with that song and campfires in particular. I hadn't gone camping with my dad in a lot of years. Then, like maybe a little more than 10 years ago, we went camping here in Big Bear on the north side of the lake, and I specifically learned that song to play by the campfire. It was featured quite prevalently in one extraordinarily potent scene in O Brother, Where Art Thou, when they're all sitting around a fire. And, of course, the movie is set in the Depression era Mississippi Delta, so that would be a very fair go-to for the first Paulie's Picnic Campfire Edition. Yeah. D flat minor. Looking at David's comment, D flat minor is a nightmare to read on the piano. C sharp minor and harmonic with D flat is much easier to read. Very rare for piano pieces to be D flat minor. Yeah. If I tell you that the trick for that is if you've got any kind of modern keyboard and a transpose half step button. Not gonna cheer on MIDI as the quintessential art for the keyboard. However, yeah, synthesizers make a few things quite practical. Okay, let me see who else is here in the chat. Got a couple of requests that I'm going to that I'm going to skip if the people who requested them are not here. Yeah. Barbara Boardman. Lovely you joined us. Hello. Thank you very much for being here. All right. Oh my God, where's the time go? It's 6:40. All right. Yeah, lots of C sharp minor pieces. Moonlight Sonata would be an obvious favorite in C sharp minor. Yeah. It's kind of a neat thing about the guitar. You can have an analog instrument and play around with tunings with a capo, as I'm about to do right now. Now, you know what? Scratch that. As I'm about to do in a song or two, I'm going to play a non-capo song first because this guitar is already tuned. Yeah. So, talk about your semi-modern bands with a strong blues influence. I could not even begin to conjecture what Pink Floyd would have sounded like if it wasn't for good old American blues. But it's kind of amazing how many British bands in the, let's say 60s were specifically listening to American blues albums and like lifting riffs from records. Hell, the Rolling Stones, for their first two albums, did nothing but blues classics. It was the time and place, you know? They were like 18, 19-year-old kids, and that kind of music was just, it was coming into its own form in a fully electrified way, and the Rolling Stones very faithfully brought blues to life and to a then modern listening public. And as I was about to say, Pink Floyd definitely had some real strong blues influences. So you think you can tell
heaven from hell, blue skies from pale. Can you tell the beating feet from cold steel rain? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Didn't get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange a walk on par with a wall for a lead role in a cage? Swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found same old fears? Wish you were here.
I love Pink Floyd. It's funny. It's funny how often I've heard musicians in social contexts, like private contexts, completely. There's the offending B string. It's funny how often I've heard musicians outside of public ear judge each other based on what their favorite Pink Floyd album is. It's almost like this bar of, like, how cool are you, kind of based on what your favorite Pink Floyd album is and the unlikelihood of the average listener having heard that album, right? Like, Obscured by Clouds is going to be not quite as cool as Animals, and Dark Side of the Moon, don't even bring that up. Personally, it's kind of like a read the room sort of thing, and is somebody asking the question specifically in the context of looking to spread some judgment around, or are they actually asking my opinion? Because personally, I'll frequently die on the hill of Dark Side of the Moon being my favorite album. It's just, maybe I'll go with the disc of Pulse that has all of Dark Side of the Moon live on it, and I'll just die on that hill instead. Hello, Martinique. Lovely that you joined us. Yeah, Mickey. No, that's the one thing. Like everybody agrees on. Like, there's no musician that says Pink Floyd, fuck those guys. What amateur hacks? No, it's like it really calibrates around. Yeah, how obscure do you listen, right? It gets really absurd really fast. Yeah, I love the lyrics too. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl. The song, that song in particular, "Wish You Were Here." It's clearly not about physical distance. It's about emotional distance. Running over the same old ground, what have we found? The same old fears. Wish you were here. God, it's yeah. David Benjamin says, I judge based on if people like Chopin versus Schoenberg. Yeah, good parallel, sir. Good parallel. Everybody knows Chopin. Cheers, David. Yes, context. Well, thank you very much, Ed. Thank you, sir. Mom, don't invite it. Hey, Nicole Stanflit. This is Dr. Nicole to you and me and everyone else. Lovely to see you. Everybody say hi to Dr. Nicole. Yeah, Dr. Nicole and I have had one extraordinarily profound conversation in a circumstance that I will not recapitulate at the moment. She made an extraordinarily unpleasant experience, remarkably bearable. So, hi, Dr. Nicole. I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to meeting your husband and grilling you an incredible dinner for you both. Yeah. It's just Nicole tonight. Right, she's clocked out. Good. Good disclaimer. All right. So, adjust this microphone a little bit. There we go. That's what I wanted it to do. And I think I'll launch into this is an Irish folk song I really like. Haven't played this one for a while. This song was remarkably well documented. It was commemorating the events of Dublin, the 24th of April, 1916. Mickey Mooney also has similar doctor boundaries that she is levying against. Don't ask me technical shit. I'm clocking out and cuddling my baby and listening to the LoveCast. So y'all can intellectually relate without getting into the educational details. I'll say that you're the same type of doctor, though. Okay, so this was written by Father P. O'Neill in 1916 about the Dublin uprising. This is called The Foggy Dew.
'Twas down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I, when armed lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, but the angel's bells over Livy's swell rang out in the foggy dew. Riding proudly high over Dublin town on the flag of war, for 'twas better to die neath an Irish sky than its of love so down bar. And from the plains of royal Meath, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy dew. Bell of the requiem bell rang mournful and clear for those who died that Easter tide, springing over the year, while the world did gaze with deep amaze. Those fearless men with few who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. Heading back through the glen, I rode again. My heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with valiant men whom I never shall see more. But to and fro in my dreams I'll go, and I'll kneel and pray for you. For slavery fled, oh, glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. As I glance up, I say thank you to Michelle for the super chats. I see and appreciate. And Kelsey Blaine Gibson as well. Thank you very much, darling.
In fact, that is a really good opportunity to stop for a moment and say that same B string went way flat. Put it on a new set of strings just last night, you see. Everybody's got to stretch and get settled in. That's how that works. So there were a bunch of folks who added super chats in last week for the birthday show. That I tried to thank in real time, but then there were a bunch more people who took the traditional route of throwing into the virtual tip jar right down here on Venmo and PayPal. And thank you very much, Harley. Welcome, by the way, Harley Davenport. Lovely to see you. Greetings and salutations. So the folks that threw into the virtual tip jar for the birthday show last week were Michelle Hoover, Rick and Karen Oliver, who were listening with Karen's sister at the time, Ed and Susie Marsh, Robert Chapin, Benny Shoyan, and Ned Clark, and one anonymous donor. Hey, Ruth Sanchez just got here. Welcome. Glad you're here. Hello, Roberta Acuna. Lovely to see you as well. Oh, look at Anna's like throwing hearts in right at their all exactly the right point. Anna, I thought you couldn't hear while you were on the cruise. Well, in any case, lovely that you are with us as joining Patty Pinkstaff and Josepha. Yeah, here we are together. Okay, so damn, it's already 7:02. All right, I think I'm going to play one or two more. Thank you, Harley. Ah. All right. So, have the classic thing of many more songs prepared than time to play. So, I'm gonna do one more here. This is a since the 12 string is tuned so accurately and reliably, B strings, talking to you, stay there. Funny, one of my B strings keeps stretching. All right, so this is a Pearl Jam song from their first album, which was called 10. And damn, I've always loved this song. This was, God, I really think Black was underrated on their in the Pearl Jam spectrum of songs and material. I listened to this song while I was preparing a particular Shakespearean character, and I'm not going to go into any more detail except that I was literally studying dialogue and learning lines as a teenager while listening to this already old song. Had some wonderful emotional application for me. Yeah, Karen, I just I saw your pictures. I believe those were your pictures. We saw them twice during Ohana and heard them from our open windows once. That's neat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was your pictures that I was thinking of when I saw this. There was, in any case. This song, in terms of light, this song is the absence of color. In terms of painting, this song is the presence of all color, but I don't think Pearl Jam was thinking of either of those things when they wrote Black.
Yeah, yeah, sheets of empty canvas until sheets of clay. Lay spread out before me as her body once did. Oh, five horizons bold around her soul as the earth and the sun. Now the air I taste and breathe is taking a turn. Ooh, and all I told her was everything. Ooh, and all she gave me was that she was. Now my bitter hand shake beneath the clouds of what was everything. Oh, the pictures hang on in a washed in black, tattooed everything. I take a walk outside. I'm surrounded by some kids at play. I can feel their laughter. So why do I see? Ooh, and twisted thoughts that spin round my head. I'm spinning, oh, I'm spinning. I quit the sun came, drop away. Now my bitter red and broken glass, what was everything? Oh, the pictures here, all been washed in black, tattooed everything. Oh, the love gone bad, turn my world to black, tattooed all I see. Oh, that I will never be. I know you'll be a star in somebody else's sky. Why can it be? Can it be more?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to pull our musical train safely into the station. Sorry. Flashback to the birthday show. We heard you sing Upside Down at Harvell's. All right, okay. It just happened to be the Martyrdom of St. Me. Yeah, the Upside Down shows will continue. I have no doubt. Thank you, Karen, thank you. Karen, in regard to the private message you sent me yesterday that I'm not going to rehash in public, everything is fine. I'm not worried at all. I'm completely at peace with all of the situation that you were asking about. It really is okay. And yeah, Ruth, a year ago, we were all together for LoveCast 25. Remember when LoveCast 25 sounded like a big number? What a weird world. Yeah, what a strange space that we've entered into. I'm, on a personal note, I don't know if I should even say this out loud in public because right now this is really just a quandary. It's not even an intention. I'm seriously considering going back to school and getting my PhD. I've always had it not in the back of my mind, but as a career goal to get to a point in my life and career where I'm stable enough that I could go back to university and study for no reason other than I want to. Because I truly believe that you, me, all of us, the individual viewpoints, we are all just a little sentient corner of the universe that is capable of viewing itself. I'm not going to address that point in terms of purpose because that is a very anthrocentric sort of thing. I mean, it's anthrocentric because we, as socially evolved tool makers, are going to see everything in terms of purpose. If you're a hammer, the universe's problems start to look like nails. But getting my PhD in something is something I've frankly, it's just something I've always wanted to do. And Mickey, you are one of the folks that I would love to talk to in private on this subject as to whether or not this is a good idea. Thank you, Goddess Patina. I think it would be Dr. Ackerman if I did, but again, I really don't want to get too far and even call this an intention when right now it's just sort of a conjecture as to what is next. And Karen, I would love to talk more to Allison regarding neuroscience and consciousness, because, yeah, frankly, neuropsych is one of the things that I would potentially be interested in getting a PhD in. I'm interested in so many things in life that one of the harder aspects of getting a PhD will be first deciding what is the area of fascination that I will be satisfied with exploring in that particular depth to the exclusion of so many other disciplines. Neuropsych, for me, neuropsychology, would be one of those potential alleys of study. Thank you, Mickey. But yes, let's talk soon. In any case, I'm going to leave things streaming for a few minutes so that everyone can say their farewells in the Zen setting of this fireplace. I love you all. And I'll see you on Monday for Fireside Tales for Wolfgang, episode 51. Please keep the questions coming for Fireside Tales, for Ask Hunter Anything. I love that aspect of the show on Mondays. I will see you all very soon. Take care of each other.